There has now been a arrest warrant issued for BRIAN LAUNDRIE. He is facing charges of debit card fraud from y'all. He allegedly used her credit card, I'm guessing on his way home or to get home, because he got home on September the 1st, and that's when the credit card charges, I guess, end, or where he stopped using her credit cards. Let's just read what Fox News has to say. They've been keeping us all up to date, so I want to read what they had to say. Then, as always, we're going to discuss. The FBI on Thursday said the U.S. District Court of Wyoming issued a federal arrest warrant for BRIAN LAUNDRIE, a person of interest in the disappearance and homicide of deceased Gabby Petito. The warrant alleges that Laundrie committed debit card fraud between August the 30th, 2021 and September the 1st of 2021. The warrant is pursuant to a federal grand jury indictment for violation of Federal Statute 18 U.S.C. 1029, use of unauthorized devices related to Mr. Laundrie's activities following the death of Gabrielle Petito. While this warrant allows law enforcement to arrest Mr. Laundrie, the FBI and our partners across the country continue to investigate the facts and circumstances of Ms. Petito's homicide. FBI Denver Special Agent in Charge Michael Schneider said in a Thursday statement, "We urge individuals with knowledge of Mr. Laundrie's role in this matter or his current whereabouts to contact the FBI." Laundrie's attorney, Steve, said it is his understanding that the arrest warrant for BRIAN LAUNDRIE is related to activities occurring after the death of Gabby Petito and not related to her actual demise. The warrant alleges that Laundrie committed debit card fraud between August 30th and September 1st. The FBI is focusing on locating BRIAN, and when that occurs, the specifics of the charges covered under the indictment will be addressed in the proper forum, the attorney stated. Laundrie's parents drove to Orlando Thursday to meet with the attorney. Investigators on Sunday discovered Petito's remains in the Bridger-Teton National Forest in Moose, Wyoming. Petito and her 23-year-old fiance, BRIAN, were traveling from New York to Oregon in a white 2012 Ford Transit van that they converted into a camper when she disappeared in late August. Laundrie returned home to Northport, Florida, where the couple lived with Laundrie's parents 10 days earlier on September 1st with no sign of his fiance. Petito's parents reported her missing on September the 11th. BRIAN LAUNDRIE is a person of interest in the case, and his parents claim he's also missing. Northport law enforcement officers are continuing their search for any signs of the 23-year-old in the area of the Mabry Carlton Jr. Memorial Reserve, not far from Laundrie's home, where parents told authorities they believe that's where he is. The FBI is asking anyone with relevant info to submit tips. I will link all of the tip info, the tip lines, all that info, the FBI contact info in the description below. So be sure, if you have any information, little, big, anything, please contact the FBI. I know a lot of people are thinking and saying, well, he is experienced in living outdoors, living off the grid. In my personal opinion, I don't think he's in this country anymore because he knows this country has got eyes on him and is looking for him in every crevice, every corner. Y'all, he knows that people are hot on his trail. I honestly believe his parents give him money and got him the hell out of the country. And he's probably living off grid somewhere in another country. That's what I believe. And I want to add a clip of Fox News reporters meeting with Gabby's stepdad in Wyoming at Grand Teton National Park, where Gabby's body was discovered this past Sunday. Y'all, the terrain, they explain everything surrounding where she was found, things like that. I think it's very interesting. So let's go ahead and watch that.
The difficulty of searching such a vast territory is all too common in this case, including in Wyoming, where investigators found Petito's body.
Fox's Laura Ingle went to Wyoming for a look at how the terrain could be key to solving this mystery.
Grand Teton National Park is one of the more spectacular landscapes in the United States, with a 40-mile-long mountain range, rivers, lakes, and wetlands that help create the overall splendor of this national park. And now one that serves as the backdrop of the high-profile disappearance of Gabby Petito. This is the Bridger Teton National Forest. Right here at this fence line is where the Grand Teton National Park begins. So you can imagine when investigators first got the call to begin searching this area for the missing 22-year-old Gabby Petito, how difficult the task at hand was. Her stepfather, Jim Schmidt, made the trip to Wyoming after she went missing to be here closer to the search efforts. On Wednesday, he came to the spot where Petito was found and created a tribute to his stepdaughter, making a cross out of river stones and laying flowers. A crime scene that is a long walk from the main path of the campground. This is Spread Creek, and beyond that tree line right over there is where the dispersed campgrounds are. That's where people pull up and park to camp for the night, and it's where Gabby Petito's white Ford van was spotted. You can see what a trek it is from that area over these rocks across the creek to the area where her body was found. The area tucked away behind a grove of trees, hidden away from any casual hiker enjoying the scenery of the creek, a possible contributing factor of why Petito was not discovered for so long. It's hard to imagine such a horrific crime happening in such a beautiful, tranquil place. And still, there are many more questions that need to be answered, both for investigators and for her family. In Moose, Wyoming, Laura Ingle, Fox News.
Now, after that traffic stop on August the 12th, they were separated by police. We don't know if they got back together, later on that evening, or if it was the next day. We don't know the circumstances or the timeline of that. What we do know is on August the 27th, that was the last time Gabby was seen alive. Her and Brian allegedly got into an altercation, a fight, and got kicked out of a Mexican restaurant in Wyoming. And apparently he was being irate, and some of the customers were even calling him creepy. She was visibly upset, physically upset. Now that we do know from eyewitnesses. We also know from the video of the YouTubers seeing the van, the TikTokers picking him up as, a hitchhiker. We all know about that. Now, I want to read the updated article, all the updates, what's going on with the whole case now. Right this second, Friday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to read the updates. We're going to see where we are right now and how we got there, and then we're going to discuss, and I'm going to give you my thoughts. Nearly a week into the search for BRIAN Laundrie, the FBI has secured an indictment on interstate bank fraud charges and recovered the remains of his fiancée, Gabby Petito, in Wyoming. But BRIAN Laundrie remains at large after sneaking out of his family's Florida home. Police in Northport, Florida are conducting large-scale daily searches of the T. Mabry Carlton Jr. Memorial Reserve near his home, where he may be hiding out. But there's also speculation that Laundrie may have fled to the reserve as cover, then traveled elsewhere. He could have taken advantage of the chaos at the southern border to slip into Mexico. Some internet sleuths think he's in Puerto Rico, and he could have taken off in a number of other directions. Well, y'all know what I done said. I done said he went to Mexico, the Bahamas, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, Cuba. I honestly believe that. He could have got there by boat. Shout out to one of my subscribers who pointed that out as well, because when I said he could have went through the airport, because when he left, we really don't know the actual day he really actually left his parents' home. We know when his parents said he left, and we know what his parents said he left to go do. Left to go on a hike at the resort. This is what his parents are saying. We're going strictly off what they said. I don't know why we're not going off sightings, witness statements. I don't know why the police does not follow witness statements. I do not know. But it happens in more cases every day. I mean, it's like you get a witness and they tell the police they witnessed something, and then the police get word of it, and they don't even follow through with what the witness said. This happens all over the world. But get this, y'all. The Federal Aviation Administration has set up a temporary flight restrictions for special security reasons Friday at the Carlton Reserve in Sarasota County, where investigators are now in the midst of their 6th day searching for BRIAN Laundrie. The restrictions are set to run through Friday, October 1st, and cover a 3 nautical mile radius from a point inside the sprawling reserve, according to the FAA. So I guess that just means what they're going to do, like drones flying over, helicopters, things like that. Well, haven't they been doing that? Haven't they been doing that? So what does this mean? The flight restrictions. Who are they restricting? Just all random flights? I mean, why are they restricting it? Just over the reserve. I am confused. Somebody please clear my confusion. North Police, that's supposed to be Northport. Northport Police give update on BRIAN Laundrie search. Investigators searching the reserve near Northport, Florida, are looking specifically for BRIAN Laundrie and not other physical evidence. No physical evidence, police spokesperson Josh Taylor told Fox News Morning in response to speculation that police may have also been searching for items linked to Laundrie's cross-country road trip with Gabby Petito concealed in the sprawling reserve. The FBI confirmed this week that remains found Sunday at a campsite north of Jackson Hole, Wyoming, belonged to Petito, a 22-year-old New York native who was reported missing on September 11th and last seen alive at the end of August. Now, this is her daddy had posted this, her memorial and services. He posted them. Services for our sweet Gabby will be held Sunday, September 26th. Thank you for all your support and love. Breaks my heart for her family. It really does. I want to know why it took 11 days for her to be reported missing. That's what I want to know. Like, when he come home September the 1st, what happened between September the 1st and September the 11th? That was 11 days. How was she reported? Like, her parents, they don't live in Florida, do they? Because she lived with his parents, and his parents had moved there, in 2019, I believe? So, did his parents call her parents and say, well, Brian, come home without her? Or what went on there? Like, how exactly was she reported missing? It said her family. Okay, so how did they know she was missing? What was said to them? I'm sure we'll never know that. What was said to them? And what happened in those 11 days from the time he got home, September 1st? See, I'm doing her reports from neighbors saying that him and his mama went on a bike ride one evening. They went camping. He was mowing the yard. Like, just acting like nothing happened. So, yeah, I'm confused right there. And y'all, if they did allegedly go camping, I'm pretty sure that was just a cover-up. They probably went somewhere, and he probably didn't come back from that camping trip. Did anybody see him come back after the camping trip? And how did he leave with the paparazzi, the media, and the neighbors, and everybody staked out outside their house 24 hours a day? How did he leave with nobody seeing him? That makes no sense. Nobody's seen him leave. Nobody. Former Utah Police Chief urges public to wait and see amid Moab response probe. A former Utah police chief has come to the defense of the Moab police officers who responded to a mid-August 911 call involving Gabby Petito and BRIAN LAUNDRIE amid news a probe into the way the incident was handled, according to a local report. What that is talking about. I already uploaded the 911 call. You heard that witness, that man say he seen the man slapping the girl. He seen the man hitting the girl. He seen the girl visibly upset. So when police officers responded to that 911 call, they didn't mention nothing of that 911 call. You respond to a 911 call and you mention at least why you're there. You don't pull up and separate them and then say, oh, well, you got scratches on you, dude. That means she scratched you. She is the aggressor. I feel all kind of bad ways toward that police department because of that. I mean, come on now. You were supposed to serve and protect. Protect. You didn't do a good job of protecting. Look what happened. I absolutely blame them for a lot of this. You should be trained to see the signs. This happens way too much. Way too much. Some women and even men who get abused are scared. They're not just going to tell on that partner. They are scared for their life. They don't know what could happen to them because they've already experienced and been through a lot. You should train your officers to recognize situations like that, know how to respond to domestic violence situations, know what to look for, because this right here was all the way handled wrong in my opinion. And as the mother of a daughter, this upsets me to my core. Because this could happen to anybody. KSL TV spoke to former Moab Police Chief Jim Winder about the August 12th police stop involving Laundrie and Petito. The city of Moab said Thursday it will conduct a formal investigation into the handling of the dispute. City officials said they were not aware of any breach of department policies, but intend to make a thorough, informed evaluation based on the results of the investigation. Winder, who served at the helm of the department until 2019, told KSL-TV on Thursday that in the context of the police officers' response to what they were told could be a domestic dispute, the officers did an excellent job from my experience. They didn't mention him hitting her. They didn't mention not one time that witness calling in to 911 saying that he seen a man slapping a woman. They never freaking mentioned it. They never mentioned it. I have the body cam footage uploaded. Go look at it. They never one time mentioned a witness called in. A witness made a 911 call stating they seen a man hitting a woman. They never said that. Never mentioned it. So that's excellent. That's doing an excellent job. Excuse me? Hell no, it ain't. That is horrible work. Horrible. Look what happened. It could have been prevented absolutely. Absolutely could have been prevented. You could have put his ass in jail. She could have called her parents to come pick her up, and she would have been alive today. If you would have listened to that damn 911 caller saying he's seen a man hitting a woman, you never said it. That upsets me to my core. As a mother of a daughter, as a mother, as a woman, as a human, as a citizen, this upsets me to my core. So if I witness a man hitting on a woman, and I call in, or if I witness anybody hitting on anybody, and I call in and say it, and they go respond and don't even bring up that I called to report. They don't even bring up the incident at all. They just assume what they want to assume from what the situation looks like when they got there. It ain't even, y'all, this don't even make no sense. I mean, how you just lose a whole suspect? I know they're not saying he's a suspect, but he is a suspect. Use your common sense. Law enforcement, FBI investigators. I mean, you got some couple on a cross-country road trip. One of them comes back without the other one. The other one is reported missing. You don't keep better eye on this person? There is no way I believe he just snuck out with nobody knowing. And then we just going off what his parents said. Okay, well, they can lie. People are capable of lying, especially when their son is in deep shit like he's in now. Absolutely. Like I keep saying, I absolutely believe he's out of the country. And from my research, I know that he knows some people in Australia. And I know I got some subscribers in Australia, so please keep an eye out for this a-hole. He is a person of interest in the disappearance and now the homicide of Gabby Petito. He is now wanted for debit card fraud charges. Please, I will link all the FBI contact info, all the police department info in the description of this video. Please, let somebody know if you've seen him. And I'm pretty sure you can remain anonymous if you choose to. But this a-hole right here has so many questions he needs to answer. He's the only one that has the answers. The only one. This poor girl did not deserve what she went through, and her poor family damn sure don't deserve what they're going through right now. Just think about if this was your daughter, your cousin, your sister, your niece, your granddaughter, your friend. Please be on the lookout. All my island people, please be on the lookout. He could have grown, I'm pretty sure he's grown his hair back by now because everybody knows that they're looking for a bald-headed man. So just look at his features. Zoom in and take note of his features. How he walks, how he talks. Go watch the body cam footage, how he walks and, stands and all that, his body language. Y'all, he has got to be found and he has got to answer some hard questions. But like I said, he's the only one with the answers. Please subscribe so you can stay up to date with this case. And y'all, if you got any info that I have not covered or discussed, please click the description below and send that to my true crime email. And I don't know if y'all believe in prayer, but prayer is, look, there's power in prayer. Miracles have happened, can happen, do happen. Y'all please pray this boy is found alive so he can answer some questions. Please, please, please. Please contact the FBI or law enforcement or investigators if you know anything or if you think you saw him. Please contact law enforcement.